Hey everyone! Well, we are going to make a mini version of the harvest soup that I made just the previous video. So you can do a 10-ounce package of pico de gallo, and essentially all this is tomatoes, onions, and a little bit of pepper. So if you don't want to buy this or use this, you can just use one tomato and a small onion about this size. And then you can use some type of broth. You can use chicken broth or vegetable broth. Mushrooms, if you're allergic to mushrooms, you don't have to put them in. With all my recipes, if you're allergic to something, you don't like it, you don't have to use it or whatever. You can modify as you see fit, because I'm just showing you all what I do. And then a sweet potato and then a small new potato. Yay! So these are all the ingredients ready to go. There's the one new potato, the one sweet potato. I just took a handful of mushrooms, so I think it's about 3/4 of a cup of mushrooms, and then the pico de gallo, and then some broth. So let's get started. And I know I need to get a new pan. A lot of people have been telling me how bad this pan is, and I do realize. Okay, so I will turn my burner on, and I will put about 2 tablespoons of oil in here. Wait for it to heat up, and then I will put the mushrooms in and saute the mushrooms, and then put everything else in and simmer. Okay, so the oil is warm. Now I'm going to put in the mushrooms. Saute the mushrooms a little bit. Now in the other soup that I made, I put some thyme in it. I'm not going to do it for this one because the pico de gallo has a really nice flavor. And for those of you who don't have pico de gallo in your area, I will tell you what is in the ingredients. It's tomatoes, onions, jalapeno pepper, cilantro, garlic, and lime juice. So that's what is in the pico de gallo. So this is a real quick, easy soup. Now the mushrooms, I'm trying to remember how much all this stuff was. Actually, let me go grab my receipt as this is sauteing. Okay, the sweet potato was 59 cents. The mushrooms for the entire container was $2.48. The vegetable broth, the big box of it was $2.88. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. And let me see, the pico de gallo. I don't know. It's not on here, but I think it's like $2 or so. Okay, so that is the pico de gallo. I will add that, and I will just add everything else. Potatoes, the sweet potatoes, so, and then 2 cups of the broth. Let me turn it back on high. Oh, this is going to be good. Yummy. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. So anyway, this will probably make about 4 serving, like 4 1-cup servings, maybe a little bit more. Now you can elaborate or just, you know, do whatever you want to these recipes. You can put rice, you can put beans, you could put lentils. Oh my gosh, lentils are my favorite. Pretty much how I started making soup was, well, my mom used to make it all the time. But one of the things that I started to do a long time ago is when I had all these leftover vegetables, because I love eating vegetables, like with every meal. And I would have all these leftover vegetables, and I was kind of getting sick of eating the same vegetables all the time. And then one day, well actually, okay, we had some people over, and I bought one of those vegetable trays. And it had been sitting in the fridge for like a week, and it was starting to almost go bad. I was like, well, I really need to, you know, figure out something to do with this. Because I wasn't really in the mood to just eat them by myself, or, you know, like by themselves. Because I don't really use a whole lot of dipping sauces. And so I just said, you know, I'm just going to throw it all in a pot and cover it with broth and call it good. And oh my gosh, it was so yummy. And ever since then, I've been like, you know, anytime I have a lot of leftover vegetables or rice dishes or something, now not noodle dishes, just because, but the rice dishes I like to put in the soups. But it's kind of like a leftover soup, and just kind of throw it all together and hope it tastes good. One time, I've had to throw it away because it was bad. It just didn't taste good. Too many different varieties of spices and herbs, and it was bad. I was like, okay, I'm going to throw this away. It was really gross. But anyway, so that was the only time, and I've been making soup for a really long time. So actually ever since the boys were born, so yay. So 15 years, almost 16. So anyway, well, I'm going to let this simmer, and I'll check it in probably about 20 minutes because the sweet potatoes are really tough. So, and I kept the skins on the sweet potatoes as well as the new potatoes. So we'll check it in about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and I'm going to check the potato. That's still a little tough. I'll check the sweet potato. Okay, sweet potato is cooked, but the new potato is not fully cooked. So, I'm going to let it simmer for about 5 to 10 more minutes. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I was checking email and I was like, oh no, it's been 10 minutes instead of 5. So, since we were waiting on the potatoes, let's find a big one. Let's see if it's done. Yep, it's perfect. Yay! So now, I'm going to put it in a bowl and let it cool. Teddy says, I want some! Just kidding. He actually loves sweet potatoes. That's one of his favorite vegetables. Sweet potatoes and carrots. Man, he eats carrots like they're going out of style. Yay! Well, here is the soup ready to go. Yay! I'm so excited to taste it. Blessed be.